freedom is a must. I'm just grateful for this. Tomorrow.
Do you mind a flash a ratchet and a real lyric. Only thing me know you want is for the that bar make her run where you want a Batman. With that bar make her run where you want a Batman. With that bar make her run where you want a Batman.
Hey peeps, it's your girl Blessydgazadiva and welcome back to the Blessydgazadiva channel. And a bunch of you have been asking me to talk about this, so it makes sense that me even talk about it. Why I said that? Because it has to do with the system. I will forever beat the system beat my artist. The system beat my artist go day, night. Just because he's great and he's talented, they beat him. So me nah stop beat the system. So if you don't want to hear about the system, keep running and squabbling on. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to talk about dog paw being free and what this means possibly for Vybz Kartel. Let's kick it.
You're not like anyone else. You find the way you are. Did you do this all yourself? A smile ignites the room. Sending us up to the time, you know it's Kartel, representing for Blessydgazadiva.
Freedom is a must. I'm just grateful for this. Tomorrow.
Dog Paw gained notoriety when he became Jamaica's most wanted.
Linton and Allen were both sentenced in May 2013 to 15 years in prison after being found guilty of 2 charges. Both men were found guilty of shooting with intent and illegal possession of firearm. Linton was represented in the appeal court by Robert Fletcher and John Paul Hamilton. Allen was represented by Patrick Peterkin. Mr. Peterkin spoke this afternoon with Nationwide News.
I've not gotten to a chance to speak with my client yet because he was not present at the appeal, but I'm sure that he's happy that the conviction against him has been quashed. It's significant for my client because I guess, he now has his liberty, so that is significant for him. It's a situation now for him to pick up the pieces and move on and cause himself to be a positive influence in society.
The attorney explained the basis on which Linton and Allen's convictions were overturned.
Our appeal was in relation to the quality of the identification. The main argument was that the quality of the evidence was poor. We have not gotten a written judgment, so we await the written judgment to see as to how the lordships of the Court of Appeal resolve the argument before them.
Mr. Peterkin says the decision of the appeal court sends a message that the justice system works for everyone.
Everybody have a right to the justice system. Everybody have a right to appeal if they are convicted. And my client exercised this right. And the judges listen to the arguments and rule based on the law. So I don't see, in terms of the trying to say a negative message, it's a system that it works, and it works for everybody.
Linton and Allen are expected to be released from prison in the coming hours. Both men were convicted in connection with an incident in which they were alleged to have shot at 2 police officers who were traveling in a service vehicle in 2010. Linton had received 15 years for each charge, for a total of 30 years imprisonment. However, the sentences were to run concurrently. The police have alleged over the years that Linton is the leader of the Dog Paw Gang. In 2011, Linton was the country's most wanted man. For many years, Linton and his Dog Paw Gang were accused of reigning terror in the St. Andrews Central Police Division, in particular Bedward Gardens and Augusttown. Linton and his attorneys have denied that he's a gang leader. When contacted this afternoon, senior police personnel declined to comment on the decision to free Linton. The country's chief prosecutor, DPP Paula Llewellyn, also declined to comment.
Hey peeps, it's your girl Blessydgazadiva and welcome back to the Blessydgazadiva channel. So here you have it, people, a full-fledged rundown of what happened. We're going to watch a video now with Dog Paw forwarding out a horizon. Let's kick it. Right, people. So the first thing I want to assess is what the lawyer said and how this man was convicted. So he was taken into custody 10 years ago, as you heard clearly, for shooting at the police. Now, he was sentenced to almost 30 years in prison, but his sentences were to run concurrently, meaning that the 30 years that he got about 15 and 16 together, which would amount to 31, and they were making him run the greater of the two sentences or the longer of the two sentences. That was squashed because he had the right to appeal and he chose to appeal and he has done so. It begs this case, and I'm looking at it because a lot of people are saying, so what happened to Vybz Kartel? You hear the lawyer, and the lawyer is going to speak happy. He's going to speak proud. He's going to speak confidently that the law works because the law worked for him. So you can't bash him saying that the law works for everybody, because originally I was thinking to myself, this man is stupid because the law doesn't work for everybody. But in his case, he tried it. He went toward the appeal and his client was freed. So he's going to automatically say that the law works for everybody. Now, had it been the reverse, I'm pretty sure his statement would have been different. So we'll have to give and take with that. Now, he was freed. You heard the premise upon which he was freed. He was freed because they said that the evidence that they had was not substantial enough to keep him away, put him away for a very long time, or the information that they had was very shady. The fact that they say the information was shady, that's how I know law is supposed to work and it's supposed to be executed. Because where there is shadow of doubt, you ought to expunge anyone's record of any infractions, any charges, anything that cannot be proven without a shadow of a doubt. As in Dog Paw's case, the case must be dropped. So again, in this case, the law worked. The Court of Appeals, and I just need to clarify that, is not run by the DPP. She doesn't run it. As you can see in past cases, she's the one that deals with the initial sentencing. She has oversight of the courts. When you appeal, you go to the Court of Appeal in Jamaica because there's a Court of Appeal in Jamaica. The Court of Appeal in Jamaica is not necessarily championed or managed by her. They have 3 main lawyers at the head, and they go over the case that would have come from under the DPP's umbrella and then make a ruling. So in this case, you realize that she declined to comment. I personally think she declined to comment because she is disappointed, because an appeal was done and a decision was reversed on something that she said should have stand. So if she gave Dog Paw 30 years with 2 sentences, with the larger of the 2 or longer of the 2 sentences taking effect, they appealed it in the Jamaica Courts of Appeal, because you have to go to the Jamaica Courts of Appeal before you can even go to the Privy Council. So Dog Paw's case did not make it to the Privy Council. So it is the Courts of Appeal in Jamaica that overturned the decision that was made by the DPP's office, which is the first and initial ruling court that would have executed the charges against Dog Paw. So she not going to respond because she in herself is unhappy because the ruling originally came from her end. Now, Kartel went through the same thing, and the Courts of Appeal in Jamaica is the group of people above the DPP who declined. And if you notice that when they upheld Vybz Kartel's sentence, she forwarded out like Incredible Hulk with her spacey T. and she had a lot to say. Her first comment was justice was served. They did the right thing. It is a big case. Dog Paw was the most wanted in Jamaica. Vybz Kartel was never the most wanted. Maybe for education and inspiration, but he was never the most wanted. And she has nothing to say on this case. I know, not saying Dog Paw is bigger than Vybz Kartel, but the most wanted man in Jamaica. I'm extremely surprised that the DPP had nothing to say about his release. As the man forward out last night and say, freedom is a must. I am a firm believer, and I don't care what anybody else wants to think. And you can leave your comments in the comment section. You're open to give your 2 cents. But this is my opinion. If the law cannot prove without a shadow of a doubt that you are indeed guilty of what you're being charged for, you must be set free. So in this case, even though the DPP now won't talk, because she has done a lot of cases like this, even if she hasn't dealt with them directly, they have happened under her governance, where there is shadow of doubt and she sentenced people. Vybz Kartel case is a classic example of her doing that and her office doing that. There is doubt. There is no body. There is reasonable doubt. So as Dog Paw say, freedom is a must. You have to celebrate this for him. People can say, yeah, him is a criminal. I can't celebrate criminal. I'm celebrating the law being truthful and honest for once. If there is shadow of a doubt, like the lawyer said in the case, then the man must be freed. Now tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section. What you think about this case? If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the notification bell. And if you've not yet smashed the like button on this video, smash the like button and send this out. I'm out.